Okay, so she's on the phone right now to her sister. And there is a typhoon on the way. The eye of the typhoon, if you look at the current track, is going to track just south of their village. Looks like between the village and Bogo City, somewhere in there. So the eye, which if you're not familiar with hurricanes or typhoons, the eye around the center of that eye is the strongest winds. And what's the name of this typhoon, ladies? It's called
Tino.
Huh?
Tino.
Tonyo.
Tino. T-I-N-O.
So Typhoon Tino. Is it Tino or Tino? Is it Tino or Tino?
Tino.
So Typhoon Tino.
Florentina. Yeah, tapos
Yeah. There's not going to be any more Florentino because she's going to be gone if she don't listen to my warning. The eye of this storm is going to hit the village. Obviously, if you're tracking the last major earthquake was 10 miles offshore from the village. Folks, it's just a year of bad luck for northern Cebu. Now, back during Yolanda, the eye of Yolanda pretty much went right over that area as well, decimated it, right? Decimated Bantayan Island. This is nowhere near the strength of Yolanda. I think the max winds right now are 90. What they're predicting is 90. Hey, y'all not listening to my warning. You're not listening to listen. Okay. Around the eye is about 90 mile per hour winds. 90 mile per hour. They're not listening. Okay, they're just chismosing. But what I told them is, hey, look, I've estimated that it's going to be right on station over her village at around 2 p.m., 1400 tomorrow, November 4th, 2025. So I said, hey, at 10 o'clock, I mean, really you need to be prepared all day, but at 10 o'clock, it's going to start getting bad. The max winds probably around 2 p.m. start letting up, probably around 6 or so. Now, obviously, typhoons and hurricanes don't follow and always follow the projected path. But because I can look at the projected path put out by meteorologists, and I'm not a meteorologist, I just play one on YouTube. But okay, have you basically told them they need to batten down the hatches tomorrow? And at 10 a.m. it's gonna start getting bad. At 2, it's gonna be the worst. 6, it'll start letting up in a lot of rain. They're not listening. Look, we ride typhoons out here in the Philippines all the time, and mostly it's rain. When we're sitting here in Angeles City, the typhoon is petered out by the most part by the time it gets over here, right? We just dealt with rain. But the typhoon comes east to west, and so the eastern part of the Philippines gets hit the worst. You're talking about Leyte, Samar, then it rolls into Cebu. By the time it gets over on this side, maybe it's petered out a little bit. It'll gain strength going up and hit Taiwan and China. But anytime the eye of the storm is coming over your head and you're living in bamboo, you got to take precautions. What are those precautions? And one of you fine folks out there, I think Thomas, shout out to you, man. This morning you said, hey, send everybody from the village down, put them up in a hotel. You know what, man? If I was Bill Gates or Elon Musk, I would send her whole family as far south, just rent a truck, everybody get on the bus or rent a bus, send everybody down to safety until it's over. I ain't got that money. I ain't got Elon Musk or Bill Gates spending power. But what you said is exactly what you should do if you have the funds to do so. Unfortunately here, people ain't got the funds to evacuate. Okay, what'd your father say? Tai said he didn't want to evacuate because there might not be any rice when he got back home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's going to wet.
Maybe the rice is going to get wet or blow away. I said, well, okay, well, if you stay there and it blows you and the rice away, well, that don't make no sense either. But you can't get blood from a turnip. So what Tai is saying is he ain't going nowhere. He ain't got no money to go nowhere, and it don't matter. So yeah, in a perfect world, what do you do if you have the money? And this has always been my plan living up there in northern Cebu. If a typhoon is headed straight for us and the eye is going to rake over our heads, we're just headed south to Cebu City to a nice, sturdy hotel and post up there for 2 or 3 days until the carnage is over, or stay there until the electricity comes back. That's our plan, is to evacuate. Her village, they don't have the money to do that. The people who live there don't have the money to do that, so they ride it out. But this is one of those things, you know, they just got hit by an earthquake. So if you're in a concrete house, that was the most dangerous place to be. You were much safer in a bamboo hut, bamboo shack. Now here comes the typhoon with 19-mile-an-hour winds at the eye, and that's not a very strong storm compared to, it's a strong storm, but not compared to Yolanda. But now the safest place to be is what? In a concrete structure. So anyhow, that's what's going on, folks. She's obviously worried up. She's been on the phone. What's your sister's plan, baby? Does she have a plan?
Well, just stay home.
They're just going to stay home and ride it out. That's what people do. You can't save the world. I can't save the world. I tried it. I've tried it numerous times. It don't work. You can't save the world. They just got to hunker down and hope that it doesn't rip out the infrastructure, meaning the electrical lines, which, you know, a lot of the pumps go down, takes out the water. That's the problem. But the good thing about that area is since Yolanda just did a number on Bantayan Island in that area. And when they built back, well, they built new power poles. You got steel power poles, so it's in a much better shape to ride out these events and these storms than it was prior to 2013. That's the positive in what happened with Yolanda. So, baby, I know you're worried. We'll get up in the morning, get them on the chat, but probably the power's going to go out. It's probably going to go out. Whether they shut it down intentionally or the lines go down. And it's just a question of how bad it hits that infrastructure. The earthquake, how long did they lose power? A day?
Weeks.
No, the last earthquake. How long did they lose electricity?
Weeks, yeah. Days or, I think days.
It was only a day or so. It wasn't very long.
1 week lagi. Uy.
It wasn't no week.
No, 1 week.
Okay, so if they lose power, it'd be worse than this last little earthquake. I say little earthquake, 6 point something. Like 10 miles from her little village offshore. But again, our evacuation plan, if we were there right now, we would just be on a bus headed south to Cebu City and post up in, someplace nice and ride it out. And we'd obviously, take whoever could go, but I can't take the whole village. Okay, it's just not within my scope. So that's what's going on. So you want to move to the Philippines, eh? Just got to warn you of the true situation. Typhoons, multiple typhoons every year. Earthquake activity. How many earthquakes have we had in the past month? I have no idea. We've lost count. Volcanic activity. Last week, Taal volcano spewed. It's on video. People are sitting there taking selfies of this thing blowing ash a kilometer in the air, however high it was. We live between two stratovolcanoes here, Angeles City, Mount Pinatubo, and Mount Orion. What am I leaving out? Landslides, flooding, tropical diseases. It's not for everybody, right? We're going to be fine, but if you don't throw in those things, you come over here and you're surprised. I was surprised. My first trip, second trip, wrote about it in my book, to Guatemala. Me and Pablo were on the roof, I think brushing our teeth. It's a beautiful view of this volcano, and the thing starts spewing. We panicked, like calling the guy, our buddy. Hey man, what do we do? He's like, it does that shit every day, man. I can organize a tour up there if you want to. I didn't know shit about volcanoes then. Nothing. Why? Because I'm from the backwoods of Mississippi. I've lived in the South. I've lived in California. Matter of fact, my first earthquake was in California that I ever experienced. But I didn't know anything about volcanoes until I went down to Guatemala. Then I learned about volcanoes. You learn about volcanoes, earthquakes, all those things here because you're living in the environment. There you go. Baby, anything you want to add? Huh? All right, so big shout out to Ty, Grandma, Flo, the crew. Batten down the hatches. Fill up all the water jugs. That's the big danger, folks. It's not about not having electricity itself. This is the tropics. Nobody is going to freeze to death here. You don't have to worry about that. If you don't have electricity or air conditioning, you'll live. You'll sweat a lot, but you'll live. But if you don't have water, that's the problem. So y'all are listening to my voice. Fill up all the water jugs the best you can. Even if you got to fill them up with well water, fill up all the water jugs, because if the electric goes out, it takes out that infrastructure, takes out the pumps. The big problem is water. Nobody's going to starve to death over 2, 3, 4 days.
I painted a hotel.
You painted a hotel? Okay. Maria painted us a hotel. Can Tita Flo check into this hotel?
No, that's just a paper.
Oh, it's just a painting. Okay. There you go, folks. That's the update. I'll put a picture of the track. Boom. There's the track. So if you look between the two timelines, northern Cebu, it's just going to rake right south of the village. Again, about 2 p.m. tomorrow. So I gave her sister warning. Baby, no other specific precautions? Are they getting extra water? They're not going to do anything. They're not into doomsday prepping.
You, how about you? Yeah, you got a lot of. My gosh, he don't want me to eat the rice, but he buy a lot of rice.
You cannot be a prepper if you have a Filipino wife. They don't understand. Okay? They don't understand. Let's stock up on rice and don't touch it. And we eat and we do our operations over here. So if there's an emergency, we have this stock. That's not the way she views it. The way she views it is, let's dig into all this food. She's been making tuna out of my emergency cans of tuna every day. Why? Because it's easy. Pop open a can, make some tuna fried rice. Everybody loves it. It's delicious. But I'm like, hey, you're digging into my Typhoon. Huh?
Your ref.
There's vegetables in the bottom drawer. Fix the vegetables, not the tuna. The cans will stay indefinitely.
Vegetables,
yeah, the vegetables are perishable. You can't be a prepper here. It doesn't work. Unless you have a storage building or a warehouse somewhere that your Filipino wife and family don't know about. If they don't know about it, you can go prep. Even if you have a locked room here, it doesn't matter. She's in there snooping around, cooking and using your stuff. But you know what? She's lived here her whole life, been through multiple typhoons, earthquake events, whatever. She's still here. You know? So you don't have to be a doomsday prepper Let's be honest. You don't have to be a doomsday prepper to ride out an earthquake or a typhoon. You're gonna make it.
You all got a rice, no problem.
As long as you got water and some rice, you can live. A lot of people live off of that every day here anyhow. You know that old song by Alabama? Somebody told us Wall Street fell, but we were so poor we couldn't tell. Some people here when the electricity goes out, what's the difference? Like in her village. I mean, it's pretty good now, right? But when I first met you, the electricity was off every damn day. So if there's a typhoon, it takes out the electricity. What's the difference than a normal day of operations?
Well, lucky in there, it's not hot in there. It's always cold.
It's nice and cool in that location, right?
Just go to the Tirakids,
Okay, son, you've done your best to destroy my audio.
If you have electricity out, so hot.
Yeah.
There's
True.
no wind.
Another good thing about living by the beach, you know, you get that cool breeze coming off the water. Electricity goes out. Just open the windows, sit out back. All right, folks, that's the update I have. We'll update you any further if there's any further developments. I told Flo, your roosters, poor old John John's rooster is going to get blown away. But according to the viewers, she's turned my tent into a damn chicken coop. Are there chickens living in my tent?
No. He already packed that tent.
She already packed the tent.
Oh,
she packed it up. What'd she do with the chickens? Somebody said she had chickens in my tent.
Oh, gosh, I don't know that.
An expensive chicken coop.
Can I go subscribe it? Just most a second.
All right, folks, we're out of here.
You already finished that? Did it all?
Say a prayer for everybody down there about to
You
get.
already finished that, Marcus?
Finish what?
That one.
One what?
Video.
You see that red light? How long we been?
that one ba? Delete all that, no.
Sound like a chicken. What? Do that again.
Delete all the different language.
Okay.
I told you, you want me to work that, but you need to buy me
Jollibee. You have enough money.
Whenever somebody says buy me, I go deaf for 30 minutes.
Last time you said this week you guys go in Jollibee and
Can't
buy
hear you.
Jollibee.
I can't hear
Right,
you.
Maria?
Can we go to Jollibee?
I can't hear you. I have no idea what y'all. I can't hear you.
But if you say,
29 minutes.
can you buy us? You're gonna be deaf for 30 minutes.
Deaf, not deaf.
Can we go to Jollibee?
Bong.
No, only go to Jollibee, not buy
Okay,
Jollibee.
aren't y'all concerned that there's a typhoon coming? Huh? Tai might lose all his rice. I mean, oh my gosh, be concerned.
You're going to guard that rice because
How's he gonna guard the rice from a typhoon? If you said he's concerned about bandits
he said that they're
stealing
going to
the
put
rice,
they're going to put a tarp.
What's a tarp?
not a tarf, a tarp with a P.
Tarp, but yeah.
They're gonna put a P, tarp.
Tarp.
Yeah,
Tarf.
not tarf.
Tarp.
So they're gonna put a tarf over the rice. That's not gonna work with 90-mile-an-hour winds.
Just put in the station.
Put in the house.
He doesn't want to evacuate because the rice might get wet.
After the typhoon, they don't have food to eat.
So how is he gonna keep the rice safe by being there?
Put in the tarp like that.
Was he gonna sit on the tarf? The tarf is gonna act like a parachute and pull his 70-pound bony self away like a.
They have a lot of rice in there. I think 1 sack or 2 sacks.
So he gonna lose his life over 50 kilos of rice? I mean, that's big money here. Kilo of rice. 50 kilos of rice. That's like 100 pounds of rice.
Look what
It's
my
huge.
brother made. A
Alright, enough.
firefighter hat.
Yeah, he made a firefighter hat today. All right, very good. Folks, we're out of here. I'll keep you updated if I can. We'll say a prayer for everybody down there. Hopefully it's a non-issue.
Try it. Try it.
Wouldn't be so worried if the track wasn't taking that eye right over their heads.
Maybe they're not going to follow it. Maybe you're going to the other direction.
Yeah, hopefully so. If we could just deviate a little bit more south, keep going south.
Maybe the typhoon said, oh, they have last time they have a earthquake in there. We're not going in there. We need to go shortcut. They're going to shortcut.
Want to take a shortcut?
Yeah, you're going to shortcut. They're not going to straight shortcut.
Okay.
They have like that.
All right, we'll say a prayer.
Why you not tell the typhoon? Can you do shortcut?
Well, I guess we'll say a prayer, baby.
What a force habit.
Okay, I'm out of here. See y'all on the next one, folks.
Sit down.
Like,
Peace
Maria,
out.
We do clean up outside.
Good idea. That's the best news I've heard all day. Y'all go clean up. That's free. That's something I can hear. I heard that.
We need to hang her too.
Baby, it's hang up the clothes, not hanger the clothes. We need to hang up the clothes or hang the clothes up, not hanger the clothes.
Oy, Maria.
All right, I'm out of here.
Last time I can speak Tagalog, but now only.